Why your catalytic converter is failing. P0420 code explained. Check engine light on again? If you scanned your car and saw code P0420, you're not alone. It's one of the most common and frustrating codes out there. In this video, you'll learn what P0420 really means, what causes your catalytic converter to fail, how to fix it without wasting money on parts you don't need, and whether you can still drive your car safely. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. We've got real solutions, no fluff. What does P0420 mean? P0420 means catalytic converter efficiency below threshold, bank 1. Your engine control module, or ECM, monitors how well your catalytic converter is doing its job. In simple terms, it checks whether the converter is effectively cleaning exhaust gases before they exit the tailpipe. To do this, the ECM compares data from two oxygen sensors. One positioned before the converter, called the upstream sensor, and one after it, the downstream sensor. If both sensors show similar readings, it means the converter isn't reducing harmful emissions properly. That's when the ECM triggers code P0420, catalytic converter efficiency below threshold, bank 1. In this animation, you can see the difference. The working converter filters the exhaust efficiently. But when it fails, unclean gases pass through, and that's what sets off the code. Symptoms of a bad or failing catalytic converter. 1. Check engine light on, usually P0420. 2. Poor acceleration. Feels sluggish, especially when climbing hills. 3. Reduced fuel efficiency. You're burning more gas than usual. 4. Rotten egg smell. Sulfur odor from the exhaust equals damaged cat. 5. Rattling noise, if the internal ceramic honeycomb is broken. 6. Failed emissions test. Your vehicle can't meet environmental standards. What causes the P0420 code? Here's the key. P0420 doesn't always mean your catalytic converter is the real problem. It might be reacting to something else going wrong in your engine. Top causes. 1. Bad upstream O2 sensor. 2. Unburned fuel from a misfire. 3. Oil or coolant burning in the engine. 4. Exhaust leaks, especially near the manifold or flex pipe. 5. Faulty engine software or ECU glitch. 6. Actual catalytic converter failure, especially over 100k miles. How to diagnose it? Step by step. 1. Scan the car using an OBD2 scanner. Confirm that the code is P0420. Then, check the live O2 sensor data. 2. Check for other codes, misfire codes like P0300. Fix that first. 3. Inspect exhaust for leaks, especially before the downstream O2 sensor. 4. Test O2 sensors. If the downstream sensor fluctuates like the upstream, the CAT isn't working. 5. Tap test. Lightly tap the catalytic converter. If it rattles, it's broken inside. 6. Temperature test. Using an infrared thermometer, measure temp before and after the CAT. A working converter will be hotter after than before. Can you still drive with a P0420 code? Technically, yes, but not forever. A failing CAT affects emissions, fuel economy, and could lead to long-term engine issues if the root cause is ignored. Short-term, safe. Long-term, risky, especially for inspections or emissions checks. Do you always have to replace the catalytic converter? No. In fact, many people replace it and the code comes right back. First, fix the real issue. A leaking injector? Faulty spark plugs? A bad upstream sensor? Only replace the catalytic converter when you're sure it's failed, or after ruling out every other upstream cause. Frequently asked questions, FAQs. Is it illegal to remove the catalytic converter? Yes. In most countries, it's against emissions laws to remove or bypass it. Can a fuel additive clean it? Sometimes it helps with mild clogging, but not with physical damage or ceramic breakdown. Why does it come back after I clear it? Because the root cause wasn't fixed. Sensor, fuel trim, exhaust leak, you need a full diagnosis. Conclusion. P0420 doesn't always mean, replace the catalytic converter. It means, your emissions system needs help, and if you ignore it, your car could fail emissions tests, lose power, or even damage the engine. Fix the root issue before spending big on parts. If this video helped, drop a comment with your question or experience, hit like, and subscribe for weekly real-world fixes. Next up, crankshaft sensor failure. Signs, causes, and what happens if you ignore it.